The mission left today from Greece, and many questions left unanswered, I can say. First, do you think there is time for next loan in December? And can you tell us how long can Greece go without the loans from the IMF, the IMF and the Europeans? And I have another question. It's about the budget. What is your assessment of the 2014 budget that the Greek government presented to the Parliament, as I understand, without your permission?
Okay, thank you, Michael. There's a package of questions there. Let me take that package of questions on Greece, and then we'll try to turn to something else. So just to step back on Greece, you're right. There was a statement issued just yesterday on the status of the mission. So let me just give an indication of that. The staff teams of the European Commission, the European Central Bank and the Fund yesterday concluded their visit to Greece following productive discussions with the authorities on a set of policies that could serve as a basis for the completion of the ongoing review of the country's economic program. As the statement said, good progress has been made, but a few issues remain outstanding. The discussions will now continue from our respective headquarters, and the teams are expected to return to Athens in early December. So that's kind of the status of where we are, and again, there's a statement to that effect. There was a question about the disbursement and Greece's financing. I think you all know how this works. The timing of the disbursement really depends on how the discussions evolve. Once there is agreement at the staff level, a report is produced for our executive board. They discuss, they approve the review, and after the review is approved, the disbursement is made. We believe, just to answer your question, we believe that Greece's financing needs in the coming months can be met from existing liquidity buffers. Thus, we see no acute financing pressures. But again, let me stress, the focus now is on reaching agreement on the set of policies that would facilitate the conclusion of this fifth review. You had asked about the budget. Well, let me start by saying that we project a primary surplus for this year, which means that the Greek authorities have exceeded a key fiscal target a year ahead of schedule. On the 2014 budget, we have had and continue to have productive discussions. As demonstrated in this year's experience, the Greek authorities have a strong track record on meeting their fiscal targets and are fully committed to those for next year.
Could you please tell us why the review is taking so long? What are the main points of discussion?
Yeah, on Greece, I don't have the details of the discussions beyond what I've said earlier. There's been good progress, as I mentioned, in a range of areas, and the discussions are continuing with the objective of coming to closure soon.
Why is it taking so long?
You know, Greece has been facing a crisis for quite some time, as we all know. There are very difficult issues to be addressed in a range of areas, and you know, I don't think it's surprising that it would take a while to work these through, and that's the process that's ongoing.
Back to Greece, if you have any comment about the issues, the few issues that remain outstanding, unresolved.
Beyond what I just said to Jeremy and Eleni, good progress across a range of issues, and discussions to continue. Good morning.
Good morning, Katerina Soko with Greek Daily Καθιερωμένη. You mentioned that there are no acute financing needs in the case of Greece. But what about the funding needs of the program going forward for next year? The IMF has asked the Europeans to reaffirm the commitment to help Greece in that respect. And I'm wondering, are you concerned that the possible delay of the next disbursement might undermine the success of the program going forward? Thank you.
Yeah. Well, again, I wouldn't speculate on discussions taking place in the context of the current mission, but as you know, as you indicate, the Europeans have committed on a number of occasions to provide adequate future financing to Greece, provided that the program is implemented, and it's our expectation that these commitments would be met in due course.
So just to add to the questions on Greece, from a more specific perspective, the privatizations, there's a fourth privatization minister now in 16 months. Are you worried about what's going on there? Are they committed to really pushing this through? And then a question on IMF quota reforms. You know, there's a hope that this could be attached to the most recent legislation. So I was wondering if the IMF is on the Hill and trying to kind of educate some of the lawmakers about these issues, or that's something you look forward to doing in the next few weeks. Thank you.
On Greece and the privatization, again, I'm not going to get into the specifics of what's being discussed under the review, so I don't have a great deal for you on that. On the quota, as you know, we feel that good progress has been made. This is the completion and approval of the 2010 quota reform, which would increase the voice and representation of emerging markets in the membership of the IMF. Again, we feel that good progress has been made. We are hopeful that the 2010 reform can be completed, and that the US will move this forward expeditiously.
But are you doing anything to try to help in that process?
Well, you know, we engage with our membership very actively all the time, so we're hopeful this will move forward expeditiously. Michael?
If I may, one clarification. You see any possibility for the board to decide before Christmas?
You know, I think we just have to let events take their course, take this step by step, given a sense of the status where we are, and let's leave it there.
And another question, if I can. I don't know if you see these press reports about the Europeans. They are saying that they are impatient with Greece. Do you share this?
I wouldn't comment on the press report, but again, as you know, we've been working closely with the Greece authorities and people for some time now, since the crisis blew up. There are very tough issues to be faced. We've been working them together, I think very much in a sense of partnership, and with a shared objective of growth, restoring growth and employment. And so it's in that spirit of partnership and working together that we intend to move forward into the future.